Hello there! This week we are going to create Gobble the turkey, the Thanksgiving turkey. Gobble, 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 gobble. You'll notice his wings in the back are pretty neat looking, huh? This is called Kirigami, which is a relative of the art origami, origami is creating art through paper. This Kirigami is doing art through paper by ways of cutting the paper. We begin by folding the sheets of construction paper in half, just like that. We can actually do all of them. All 3 sheets, just fold it in half, just like that. That done, we are going to take this stencil. It looks like a lot of wavy lines, doesn't it? And this is going to be applied at the bend. So this is going right here. See, this is where you can open it up like a book, right? See that? It's like a book. So do that. And then we're going to trace it. Now cut it with both of them together. So you're cutting both of the sides in one shot. Just like that. See, it opens up like a book. Now you're going to do that with the other red one and the other orange. You notice the turkey, he has these openings here. So what you want to do, see this right here? You want to cut where the bend is. So go down this way like a curve, and then you're going to stop. You're not going to go all the way through. Don't go all the way down. Gonna make a line, and then you're gonna go up again like that. Notice how I did that? And then you're going to cut this out. Just don't cut all the way to the bottom. And notice how far I am from the other side. See? And then when it opens, it'll look like this. Alright? So continue to do that with the orange and the other red. So what you're going to do, you have 3 separate pieces here. You have 2 red and 1 orange. They're the tail feathers. What you want is to take your gluey out, right? Give it a little twist. And then you're going to glue this orange side here. Try not to let the glue come out. There, we're going to glue this orange side. Make sure you glue all of it around. And then you are going to touch the red one down with the orange. And pat, 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 or rub, 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 pat, pat, pat. Make sure it sticks to all of the sides in. So it's part of it, see? Now the same with this side. You're going to take your gluey and glue it in. glue all the sides here. And then you're going to lay this guy right down in, just like that. Then, this is the front, because this is where the beak is. This will be the back of the turkey. So what you want to do is glue the back of the turkey. Glue, glue, gluey, gluey, gluey. Glue it all up. And then you want to take the red part of both ends and you're going to apply it right down in the middle. Just like that. And pat, 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 pat. Make sure it sticks. And that will give us the wings of the back. Now, lay it flat. And we need a beak. So, you have spare pieces of paper now, don't you? Look at that. They look like beaks themselves. Bottom of it is where your beak is going to go. Tap, tap, tap. And then open this up. Right here, the line right there. Can you see the line? Right in here. That's where the other beak goes. Glue this in right here. We need this guy right here. So what we do, we have this guy again that we use for the eyes as well. We trace this. And we could do this. So I could trace this. So we could do one there. And one right there. And we could be little nostrils here. A little roundabout here. And now, see what we have here? We have like kind of wings. And where do we get the wings? Well, these guys certainly look like wings, don't they? Or feathers. So what you want to do, just follow along that. And just cut little snippets. And then you could glue it on like this. Pat it down. Again, see these little snippets here? Just follow her around like that. There. If you want to, you could then give little eyebrows up here for them. Just follow around. Like that. You can outline this if you want to. You can outline the inside of it. And there we are. There's our own Gobble the Thanksgiving turkey puppet. Yay! Yay! Okay, guys, hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye.